Why hello there, kings and creatures alike. Shams Nelson here from Fantastic Anatomy, and I was about to do some world building on this map, but I noticed something interesting and thought it would be a good opportunity to talk about different kinds of rivers. And because there are the kind of almost like the 4 different basic types of rivers represented on this map already. So there are two different things that the 2 main things you got to think of when drawing a river on a map. Is it a mountain river or is it a plains river? So the big difference will be a mountain river is going through a rocky lands. So the earth here is rocky. So let's take this one for example, let's say. And they'll usually be a lot faster flowing and get to the end a little more straightforward, a little quicker. And you'll also see that it'll carve away like valleys and stuff like that. And I think the plains rivers can do that too, but in this case, it definitely could do that. But in this case, it could carve away these narrow valleys, and then the outlet into the sea could have steep cliffs on the side or waterfall or something cool like that, okay? Then we have the plains rivers, and the plains rivers go through not only, I forgot to mention, not only is the ground either harder, but also more steep. So if the water is running faster, basically, is the big difference. And then down here on a winding plainsy river, the water is running a lot slower and meandering about because it is it's not as steep an incline, so it doesn't have one very obvious direction to flow towards. So you'll get these much windier rivers, and they carry a lot of sediment. So they'll carry a lot of soil from all the plains that they're running through, and they'll often be wider and slower, and the water might be brown because it's filled with lots of nice nice sediment. And you can see here in this case it's actually depositing the sediment out here into the water, and it's almost like a peninsula. It has created a peninsula. And you can see a great example of this, like New Orleans. If you look at that, it has a similar shape to this, and you can see that there's a river delta here, but it's like out on the peninsula. And what's interesting is I thought I had made a mistake up here because I created a windy river that actually goes into an inlet as opposed to an outlet like here where it's sticking out into the water. But I realized that this could actually be, this right here was the outlet, and the river used to come over here, and then it just diverted into this little part. So maybe at one point this river will find, it's just it'll break through the mound of earth here, and it'll just end there, and then there'll be a weird little land peninsula, swampy peninsula there. So and then finally here I have the river delta. The Nile is a good example of this kind of river. The river delta, when it doesn't have an outlet, so it's not really depositing sediment in a way that's building up more land. I guess there's a big drop off here or something, but the river branches out, and there's probably a good farming area stuff down there. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any other questions about rivers, not that I'm an expert, but you can pose them in the comments below, and if I have an idea, I'll let you know, or maybe I'll research it and make another video. So that's it. Peace, God bless, and stay fantastic, everyone.